What's going on, guys? This video is going to be on Berserker because I was called out on my LCS review that I don't know what the hell I'm talking about and that he did better than perceived. And so let's watch it. Let's see if I was right or wrong. I could definitely be wrong, and if that's the case, I'll own up to it and I will gladly correct it. So he's playing Ezreal Karma against Corki Nami. They're both strong lanes, 2v2. Both junglers will obviously path to it because it's a very contested lane. That's why you see them having Sweeper and then having wards in the brush already. In theory, they should win the beginning laning phase because Karma can do that. And let's just go from there. So, missed the first Q. Doesn't really matter. Goes in. They get really good trading. Sven is half health. Great. They're winning the early game so far. The opener, at least. They're winning the opener, at least. Hits another Q. Great. Cool. Missed a little bit more. Is what it is. Not a big deal. Down a pot, so is Sven. So it's a pot for pot. Equalized trade. His top lane's getting ran. Doesn't really matter. His mid lane's doing decent, but has no mana. Sven dodges it. E for W, very much worth it. Like Corki's W costs a lot of mana. It's a very, very long CD, so definitely worth it. And it looks like they are winning the laning phase, the Karma Ezreal, which is how it should go in the end. It should turn out that way. So they're taking their base. It's a non-cannon. He has good conditions, so it's not like it's really like the end of the world if he stays. So no issue there. And they're gone. Okay, so they have a solid lead, a 12 CS lead. They're coming back. Mid lane can be a play. That's something they're definitely gonna put their attention to. They can go through bot, but like Saint can't contest mid at all. So it's something they're gonna have to figure out. So here comes Nocturne going through bot. He E's in, which makes him a very easy target for them to get damage down. But doesn't really matter. You know, he just popped his barrier. Didn't really take much. Not bad. Now, I will say one thing is that if they are playing to like go for the drag, they should correct the wave. They're playing to gank instead of, well, like I said, do an objective. So if that's the case, technically Berserker shouldn't E in yet because Nocturne's not actually ready. You know, he's trying to use this to bait them in. So when he E's forward, they will play into him. And then if he's like here already, they're kind of screwed. So this is just an early, like too early of a play. Or, like I said, they turn the wave over and then they just get full control of this river so Saint can actually play, and that would also be good. So he kind of just... Yeah, I mean, like, because the second they do this, they're obviously going to run away. Like, they're not going to full commit into, like, a 2v2 fight, like a fist fight. Like, they're just going to do chip damage. So now they're naturally backing off, which is right when Nocturne was kind of wanting to go for it, so that play dies. Now they're turning the wave over and they're going for drag. They stop the drag successfully. What the hell? So, after this play ends, you know, they don't have control of river. They decide to push forward. I mean, the wave is bouncing technically, so as long as they like don't do anything stupid, the Nocturne could base and they'd be fine. They don't have wards. Nocturne can't place a ward. Yeah, they have no coverage of playing from behind, and they know that Jarvan was just... They know Jarvan literally crossed through mid. So, Jarvan's location is known. That he could be on drag, he could be doing anything. So they technically flipped. I mean, the wave is No, the wave is definitely bad. So they flip the wave, and Nocturne is leaving. And obviously, Nocturne doesn't want to stay down here. So technically, the two of them are to be blamed. It's not just Berserker, but both of them are to be blamed to be putting themselves in a position where they could be a play. Now let's see if he actually goes in at all. It doesn't look like it. It looks like Karma just gets caught. So Karma just gets caught. But again, you put yourself in a position where you can get, like, screwed with. And so that's a failure on just understanding what the team's, like, goal is. Like, what are you trying to do? Like, Karma could play further back, I guess, in the end of the day. And Ezreal could play forward, but then you're just going to lose priority anyways, so, and you're just going to get Zone and Frozen on, so that doesn't really do anything. So still up CS. His Karma is contesting the Nami. They're very disconnected. The Corki could honestly just go on here at any point. Now, of course, he's not just gonna W forward, because if he does and he eats the like RQ, like right here, after Wing forward, then the Ezreal's just gonna like shit on him, right? So Sven's like not that stupid. Even though it looks very promising, he doesn't necessarily want to do that because he would just take a lot of damage. So Sven is like being very hesitant on like going all in on that. At the same time, Berserker is trying to like trade into him, which, to be honest, but he doesn't have barrier. He almost has barrier. The item difference is not like that crazy. So it's probably fine like how this is going. And unfortunately, yeah, like he just like eats a bunch of chip damage, gets chip damage back, but Corki's gonna have the Nami heal, so it's gonna be a good outcome for the Corki. That's mostly just like hitting skill shots in the end. They take the drag. Karma tried to do cancels. They base. Successfully up 20 CS. So, their initial opener led to them being up 20 CS. So they are the big dogs in this game. What can they do to carry the game? Because they are in a position to carry. They're going to hit their spikes first. And once they hit that Triforce, they should run the map. In theory, they should run the map once that happens. Because the other players are not like that much stronger either. So, first thing I just want to say, when he's like playing Ezreal, like if this guy's gonna say he's gonna go for a W, especially when he tethers, there's no point on him throwing a Q yet. Like, basically, he could just keep walking up and it would be fine. Now, the thing is, do they know where Jarvan is? No. I mean, like, Jarvan, in theory, could be right here, I guess. So he's not going to E in. He's just going to hold the position. If Corki trades on this guy, but he gets rooted, then the Ezreal is just going to blast him, right? So he throws his Q, misses, loses a chance to chip Corki, which probably would have GG'd the lane right then and there, because he probably would have done WQ like that. Now, he did hit it in the end, which, I mean, like, awesome. Like, like, that's really good. Like, now he actually hits it. Yeah, it's definitely good that he actually hits that. Now, if this guy got bubbled, I mean, there's a real chance he could just die straight up. Like, yeah, I mean, Isles definitely could just die if he got bubbled there. I don't know if Ezreal even has the damage to help that situation. Because once he misses Q, this is like kind of spooky. It's a little spooky. The only reason why he wouldn't do it is if he didn't know where Nocturne is, but there's a pretty good chance that after Nocturne does drag like this and they both reset, that Nocturne's on top side. So, Blabber ints. And Karma even comes over and helps kill this guy. Okay, great. I don't know why he's just EQing into Nocturne, but sure.
The violence continues here in the bottom lane. Isles one more auto attack. He's gonna take him down. Sven with the fadeaway rocket. Now wants to get it back on Berserker. Pops his barrier. Both AD carry to the edge of death. Berserker.
Ah, I see. So that's how it turns over. So if we're looking at how this lane is, they're going hard into the Nami, but like I said, like he can't like extend that far, right? Now, he is getting damage on the Corki, like really good damage on the Corki. And the big difference here is those summoners for sure. I mean, like, that's why I said earlier, like, maybe they could have gone for it because they had barrier heal plus Namiar. So, like, there's a lot of damage, like, or not a lot of damage, but like a lot of mitigation that they can do. So, Isles goes too far. Isles goes too far. At this point, when this guy's already walking up, you know, he hits this. He could fist fight the Corki. It's not, like, the greatest. Especially because his conditions are kind of bad, and it actually makes you, like, ask, like, why are his conditions so bad going into this? Corki's like half HP, he's 75%. They dip, and then he has to play under the wave, which I assume he gets chunked? Yeah, he does. He does. So he got chunked, which was like partially why this play like becomes worse for them, is because, yeah, I mean, like, he has half HP, no healing, jungler ulti is gone, and they're kind of lane locked at this point. There's definitely an advantage on the Corki side just because he just didn't like gracefully like take the wave, which he definitely can. I mean, he's playing Ezreal, he can take the wave without taking any damage. So he took damage, and then his karma played up, which he doesn't want to do. And yeah, he probably can't fist fight the Corki at all here because it's like a huge condition diff. And I mean, I get why he went for it. He forgot that they had heal, and he does have barrier, but the wave is like right in front of them too. It's like, what, he's gonna like flash in? Like, it's like pretty... It's just a condition diff, and he dies. And now the lane, any lane advantage he had is erased, because the Corki gets a Triforce as well, right? Surely he does, because he's also even doing another wave, which is probably for the Triforce. He died because he... Actually, he had more than enough, based on what is being shown. So he bought a cloth armor, so he didn't have to do the extra wave. It was just... Yeah, he already had enough from the 2 kills. So, well, we'll just keep letting it play. I mean, so he needs to go mid, most likely. I mean, like, there's not like a whole point of him just like staying bot at this point. It's a little bit easier to cover Ori too, like not as obnoxious or just sitting mid, with no flash, but they're gonna still lane bot. So we're still laning. Ezreal's no longer stronger. They're equalized strength. We have a team fight. All you can do is aim for poke. This guy goes really far ahead. Like, I mean, nobody's gonna help Inspired here. He eased out of this. Dodge, like, I guess he couldn't dodge the Namiar. It's whatever. It's not like he can really do much anyway, so that doesn't happen. Okay. No issues, you know, is what it is, and the laning phase over. So as a evaluation for him on the laning phase, I mean, like I said, Isles did really good in the beginning. This guy did really good in the beginning, like the first 5 minutes or something like that. Like took them, like got them really chunked. They got zoned instantly after wave 1, which means it's really hard for them to play. And then he hit some decent poke and then just kind of played the lane. His major mistakes was basically taking chip damage when under the turret, right? So chip damage on the turret, and then his support inted, which then he didn't have to int after that, right? I mean, like, he was fine to play the lane still despite 1 death, and he should know not to do that, but I mean, he wanted to go for it, and it didn't turn out the best. So chip damage for the turret, and then he also had wave state, you know, oops, wave state on first drag, you know, what they decided. Also, there was the bait prior to first drag. I mean, that was another thing to note that like could have sold it a bit better. There was also Q patience. But this one was like not so important, but like it was the Q patience with the karma W. Wow, my handwriting is terrible. This one is like a tilde. This one is just like kind of like it's there. It's not like the most important thing to note, but it's there. And other than that, I mean, yeah, I mean, that's where it settles. So the rest of the game is gonna be really focused on like fights, right? So he's approaching from mid, you know, he's trying to get poke, misses everything. End of play. Nocturne ulti, kind of a waste, but it is what it is. Missed more poke, missed more poke. I mean, he just has to wait, you know, like, he sees so like, you're like, we're gonna fight on Renekton and stun. Throws a Q randomly this way. No offense, but like, I don't know what the hell you're doing. Like, if this guy is like playing in front of your face and your teammates are here, 2-1-1, you're not fighting the side that's 2 here. You're fighting the side that's with here, so it becomes a 4v1. Right? Or is there 2 people here? 2 people here. So there's 2 people here. The 4v2, right? That's where you're like targeting. Because in AD, your goal is not just like solo people. Your goal is to do as most damage as you can around your teammates. That's like your goal. So he definitely could have just pumped this guy. That guy would have been dead already, and he would have continued this into Thanatos pretty easily. So now he has to connect back to mid. Sure, no big deal. You're just gonna do waves until you reset. So he's resetting. Surely. I mean, his Nocturne is doing camps. I guess just like, I mean, surely after this you would reset, but I guess he's like looking for an item. But yeah, ideally he would just reset versus just being on low conditions. Okay, so what does he get from that? Okay, so he's probably saving just enough to get Mura, which is worth it. So no problem. He bled tempo just so he can get that. Sure. So he's pushing right away so they can get some control over the river. Nobody's really present, so they can't even finish it. So personally, like, I don't think he actually has to rush this wave at all. Especially if his Nocturne's not really going to do anything or contest anything. I mean, literally, they could just chill out. You know, he can kind of poke his head on this pink anyways, and then you just relax. Like, there's not a whole lot that you need to be in a rush for. This is not like a major thing. This is just something just to note on my end. So they have Saint TP. He goes and gets the red. This is really weird because like they're throwing Herald down on this, but they're sacking top and sacking bot while doing drag, which is pretty awful. I mean, like lane-wise, this is like really bad what they did. But they did get the drag. Okay, 2 drags. Ezreal's still in a good position to carry and do something. What happened mid? It looks like the Corki just jumped on him and then he forced Ezreal E. But also Ezreal's conditions are pretty awful because he's trying to like burn as much mana as possible to do the drag, to do the wave, and technically speaking, you know, like one of these soul lanes needs to go bot to recover. And if you're Ezreal, I mean, like, look at the condition difference. I mean, like, Corki has full mana, full HP. You know, if you're the Ezreal, like, you probably should just... Oh, man, this is so awkward. This is so awkward. I mean, like, it's like, I guess it's fine that he does the drag, but he should instantly base. For sure, he should instantly base to recover his mana, but he doesn't. And his team is down tempo, and now the Aurora's gonna have a timer to actually do stuff. Granted, the Azir did int, so like that helps offset some things. But yeah, naturally, like these guys can kind of just go back mid, and the Corki's or the Ezreal still needs the base. So like these guys are still having positive time to do whatever the hell they want. Stays on the map and does another wave, but it's not so bad because this one is gonna crash, and he'll be available for the next. So that one was not so bad. We continue. They're getting river. He's just chilling out. Nocturne Oreo making a play. They're waiting for Nocturne ulti, which is going to come up so they can actually contest the river if they want to. What the hell is the Renekton? So the Renekton is shifting up, and they're 5 strong on mid, which makes this like pretty hard to properly contest. He can't just E in or anything like that. Kind of surprised that he E'd in the first place, because once he does this, now he really disconnects himself. So C9 could just rush into everyone here if he wanted to, which actually would have been pretty good by them to just like look for something. But they play it safe. They play it pretty reserved now. So Berserker's back with the team, hitting 0 poke. Yeah, quite literally hitting 0 poke. And not only that, but like he's also, if you look where this is, it's like they have 3 people here, 1 and 1. So they're really disconnected. There's a huge gap here. So at any point, you know, they could just like look at this guy and he has to run away. And the second he runs away, they'll just clean out everyone else here. So he's in a pretty weird position, and it would make more sense in some ways if they're playing for drag that, I don't know, it just seems really hard. Like, he could definitely, like, with the ball being here, I mean, he definitely could just sit here and just, like, fish. And just let the mid-wave sit. And just go from there. It's probably the best thing to do, because, like, his positioning in this situation, it's like he's trying to 1v4, which is, like, just not going to happen from this positioning. And, like, they see where he is, and that's why they look. Like, you see, like, when he's, like, just, like, yeah, he's just going to initiate here. And then Berserker is now trying to contest the brush. Which, you know, to be honest, I don't even know why these guys backed off, per se. I mean, like, they could definitely still just play in this, like, area. And, like, Corki could definitely, like, look. The only thing is Nocturne can ulti and go on the Corki, which is probably the main thing they're worried about. But they do have people to actually respond. Like, if he goes, the Nami will instantly RQ him, and the Nocturne's probably fucked. Like, the only thing they can really ask for is that the Ori combo would come through and, like, screw with them. But it's, like, not a good positioning. It's not good positioning for, like, to be, like, situation to be in. And, again, he's hitting literally 0 Qs. So hitting no Qs. Still could save the Q. I mean, that one's not, I don't know where that one's going. That one's going to Narnia. So Corki is starting to trade. There's nothing Berserker can do against him. They do go for the knock combo once, like, they're kind of stacked a bit. But the Nami is in a really favorable position where, like, yeah, I mean, she's in a very favorable position. Ooh. Okay, and then let's see how Berserker finishes this out. Because, so, Berserker didn't really do shit. He didn't do shit. It was good by knock. Ooh, okay, good damage. He was just a little early, but that's not a big problem. So basically, the main thing he did is that he E'd forward. That was his big play, was that he E'd forward. You could say, like, oh, did he, like, individually, like, route these guys here, in a way? Maybe, but like I said, in the end, like, Thanatos could just walk in and just, like, fuck with him. Like, they gave this guy way too much space for no reason just because of this guy. I highly doubt it. I highly doubt that should have been how it went. So, he kind of got away with just doing this, and then got really nothing done. And you could say, like, maybe, like, it's also probably Vulcan and this guy's fault, because, like, he's trying to, he knows he can fight these guys, right? But they're not there. Like, I mean, like, if the Nami was here, it'd look better, but she's not. So it was a good pull, and honestly, Nami should be throwing her R a lot sooner than this. I mean, I don't know why Vulcan waited so long. And yeah, so he Eden, he did that. They kill this. Didn't hit his Q. Missed another Q. Missed another Q. Finally hit something. Missed another one. Basically, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, they burned everything, so, like, even if he was hitting some stuff, like, it really was just entirely on him to just, like, win that on his own. And it was pretty hard to win that on its own. So, Quirky no flash. Ori combo killed him. Huge. Meanwhile, we have Ezreal, who can now just E in. I mean, he didn't know that the Quirky was gonna die, I assume. Yeah, I mean, he was already throwing the Q at that point, so that's excusable. Good damage. Oh. So Berserker goes in on this situation. I mean, so they don't feel confident enough to do the Baron. Like, they burned their turn tools, right? Which is fine. So someone in theory, Orianna should go top. If they're not going to do it, Orianna should go top and push that out. Renekton can pressure this a little bit, and that's fine. That's the play. He goes in individually. Nobody else can help him, by the way. Like, again, they don't have any tools. Naturally, Azir does a fuck ton of damage, so he has to burn his flash for no reason. Oop. This guy might die, though. So they get Azir flash. So basically, they traded Ezreal flash for Azir flash, which, I mean, I guess. I mean, that's, I guess that's a play. Should have turned out that way. I mean, he only also did this, I assume, because Azir used his E. I guess. And obviously, Blabber can't send it, because if Blabber sends it, he'll probably die. Because at this point, he doesn't even have E. He would have to, like, flash and do something weird. And technically, the Nami, I mean, like, if she just R's the direction of Berserker, that probably is enough just to get his flash. So, yeah, I mean, it's just not good to do what he did. But whatever. They get his Azir flash. Okay, great. We continue. Okay. So we've set up shop. Dragon is up. We have mid push. He's going back to get the mid wave, so we're like pretty separated. In theory, they could just be pulling now, and they should be pulling now. Like, there's no reason to do another mid wave. You already pushed out the bot wave. At this point, Renekton should just be sitting here. Ezreal should be coming over. You pull the drag over, you start it. If they try to run this way, they run into Renekton, and you can shift over very easily. You can capture anyone here with Knockar and go for a combo, and it's looking good. So the second he decides to commit for another mid wave, I don't know if it's his call, if it's Inspire's call, who knows? Either way, it's not good. Because now the Renekton gets pushed out because he shifted to mid. So now they just got all this space that they should not have. C9 should not have this, and that's on basically Berserker going mid. So what kind of poke can he get down? There's his first hit. This is already better than last time. Second hit. Third hit. Okay. Can't really commit. That's all they can do. That's all he can do. No fault of his, you know, he did pretty much everything he could do in that situation, and that was the play. So, no faults to his own. Like, no other Ezreal is going to do anything in this situation. Like, yeah. It's just the setup. And C9 are smart about it, because for C9, the entire time, if you notice, they're barely hitting the drag. They're trying to get something to happen, you know? It's like the Aurora barely escapes, but because they're spending their combo on this and it doesn't succeed, yeah, like the play's dead. Even if they do kill the Aurora, you know, it's still gonna be a little awkward. So nothing comes from it and they just lose the drag. Okay. Continue. So the Renekton gets a flank, and they're able to burn Nami's heal. And her R. Cool. So he stays on the map. He needs the base. He's behind tempo compared to everyone else, and he's staying on the map despite having less than 50% mana. And now he has the base while everyone's contesting. That's a fuck you to your teammates. Like, I know he's looking for something. I get it. But ideally, you know, when he's playing it this way, like after this wave, he should, the base he had originally here now is what he takes every single time. If he doesn't take this base, like I said, unless he's getting blue, I mean, if he goes and walks up and gets blue and his team can wait while he's getting it, then this is also fine. You know, that's the only way to correct this. But if he's going to stay on the map the way he is, kind of sucks. So he has the base. They have the river control. Now C9 gets to walk in and kind of screw with them. And notice this play is happening because C9 registers that he probably based. You know what I mean? Like, they see him on the wave. They're like, dude, this guy needs the base. Like, if he stays, we can win. So, and they're fighting for control. And he's not on the wave right now. So I think he fucking did it. That is actually the tell. And that's on Berserker. And so it's on his team as well. Like, it's a tandem effort, right? Should his team know that they can't do this shit? Yes. Does it feel really bad to lose this area? Yes, it definitely does. It feels really bad as your team to lose this shit. And what did he get in return for doing this base? He literally got fucking nothing. Are you shitting me? He literally got nothing. Holy shit. It's actually one of the... That's really bad. That's really bad. So he effectively did nothing. Except screw his team by doing that base. And like I said, should they be engaging? Absolutely fucking not. They should not. So it's on both parties, but it's definitely not a good play for him to do what he did. And then Inspire decided to run it down. I don't know if he thought he was going to get the... Oh... Saint literally eat himself. Oh my god. Oh no. I mean, I guess he assumed that, like, oh, you know, you have Zonia, Saint. Like, I think you're gonna live. Let's go on the Corki right now. And not the worst decision, you know? I don't think the Corki's ever gonna die, though, because Ezreal's not in any shape or form to be able to do something there. But, yeah, it kind of looks like Inspired ends, and Saint kind of ints it. And I don't know what Berserker is gonna do, because he's so late to the play. Like, it's not like he can do anything. And he's trying to contest the wave in front of these guys. That's basically all he can really do. I mean, that's not terrible by him. Kind of confused why he didn't just... If this guy's gonna flash on him... Does he have E? He just E now, right? Like, he E'd now. I'm curious if he can go on the Aurora here. Because she's stunned for a while. And I mean, like, if he flash auto Qs her... Man, I mean, the only thing is he might not have his E, so it's like, it's pretty dangerous. I will say that for sure. It's like a little spooky for him to kind of go for that sort of play. But the Jarvan did just EQ, didn't he? He just EQ'd. There's no fucking way it's available. So the Jarvan would have to, like, flash R on Ezreal, which can work. And Ezreal may die. But at the same time, the Ori Ball is going to come down, and the Nocturne is going to come down to kind of reduce some of the damage. It might be the play. Honestly, to just flash on Thanatos, it might be the play. Because, like, looking at the damage that's happening here, if they were not so focused on doing an Ori Ball combo, Aurora probably is dead, and Dokla is doing the right play. But they don't do it, and so they go for like the big man combo, right? They go for the big man combo. The Ezreal is flashing. Is that his flash? Yeah, it's his flash. So he's flashing forward to try to join this play, but nobody did anything to Aurora. So that kind of sucks. They couldn't one-shot the people that were here. And, I mean, again, he is playing Ezreal. It's like, he's going to jump in, he's going to throw a Q, he's going to throw another Q, and, like, I mean, it's not like he's playing Aphelios or something who's just going to blow, like, an entire team up. That was good. Okay. Turned out a little bit better than I thought, though. For sure, it probably has to do with the fact that, like, you know, Corki and Azir don't want to, like, travel into the Renekton, right? If they stop contesting this, it's, like, maybe they go for Baron, I guess. I guess that's, like, the main thing. Obviously, if he hit that Q, it would have been fucking GG, right? Oof. If he hit it, it would have been GG. But it's not the end of the world to not hit it. So what did he do in this fight? He followed forward on the team. They're playing back, so he feels confident to go for the flash. Which, yeah, I think it's fine. I think that's fine how he played it. I do think they probably could have just killed Aurora straight up. Like, she would have just died instantly, and then they could just still play for something a little bit different. Because, like, they could throw the Nocturne R down, and they could definitely pump the Aurora, and then still have the confidence with Shockwave to kind of screw with the rest, but whatever. So be it. They didn't do it that way. No issues with it. Wait, why is he dead? Oh, yeah, right. Because Corki killed him. Because that's, like, what Berserker decided to do, right? Is this the entire series, right? Or is this... I think it is the entire series. Was the first game this long? I don't even remember at this point. The game was so long, I guess I just didn't remember how long it was. So, half mana, not a big deal. As blue buff, we're big chillin', gain some damage on mid, no issues. Dokla's on a flank, and he gets spotted. But when they're doing this contest, because top bot wave is so pushed out, again, all he has to do is sit here. Like, he doesn't need to do anything crazy, so the second he starts doing something weird, yeah, like, they realize where he is, and then they start playing on him. And then due to that, they end up finding Saint and the Nocturne, who are just like, I don't know why they're there. Like, they showed that they don't have to do it this way. So, yeah, I don't really know what the team's plan is. I mean, this is definitely not his fault. This is just like a team's fault. I mean, I've literally had no idea what he's supposed to do. I mean, that's it. That's literally the play. So now this is him trying to individually stop them from running into Baron, I guess. He ease in, which, yeah, I mean, he does need to flash because he did that, which, I mean, should he? Probably not. Like, after he did all this, this play would only make sense if he had backup, which he doesn't. So, because, yeah, he can't just, like, fight this guy. So, he kind of just lost his flash for free. That's the second time he's lost his flash for free. And now they start doing the Baron. He's just going to take his base. They're like, yeah, we don't have the tools to fight this. It is what it is. Now remember, he has no flash. They're just like, I don't know. Okay, so they have two people pushing both sides, and these guys already have access to the bot tier 2. Like, they're way ahead, so like obviously these people need to be basing. They're not. So if that's the case, he needs to not contest forward because he doesn't have flash. This guy pushes into him, and because he doesn't have flash, he dies. Oh, he doesn't. Wow. He actually got his cube, his E back up in that time frame. Wow. Oh, shit. Spooky. But it is to be noted that I don't think anything bad comes to this because they're going to come back, right? Oh, they just fucking lost. Okay, well. All right. So from this first game against C9, laning-wise, I mean, they did good, right? In theory, they did good. They could have gotten more. Could have done better. Could have done more. Is it better than okay based on the first game so far? Sure. I mean, team fight-wise, it was fine. I mean, there wasn't, like, too many glaring issues, but there's a lot of stuff, like, outside fights that was bad. So that's the only thing that's like a little annoying so far. And let me just like quickly go to like this, right? I think that's easier to see. Yeah, it's kind of easier to see, not entirely, but so yeah, laning wise, this was fine. Like I said, could have done more to really push the lead and like keep control of the lead to not let the Corki actually catch up to you. Team fight wise, like I said, some of the Qs, he was kind of missing a shit ton of Qs at a certain point. It cleaned up a little bit. And then a lot of stuff that came outside of the fights, whether it's like basing, losing flash, these kinds of things, were not ideal. Granted, there are other stuff that his teammates were doing that were not good as well. Okay, so that was that game, right? Let's go into the next. So he's playing okay, so this is the second game where they have an advantageous lane. They're playing Aphelios Renata into Lucian Braum. If Lucian dashes forward, I mean, Aphelios could just wreck him. So Braum always has to retaliate by putting up his shield and kind of like mitigating some of that damage, but for sure, it's a bit obnoxious. Again, both bot lane, like both junglers are gonna pad the bot. Like there's gonna be no change there. They're getting push. Cool. I mean, that's expected. They should go up CS because they're in an advantage lane. They're warding. They're just playing for crab. That's it. Sure. They're taking their base on what? They're taking their base post wave 6, a non-cannon wave. Interesting. He has tier 2 boots. They're going to grow the wave, and they can fight them on the wave with Blue Gun. Like, Blue Gun could just, like, kind of shred it, and they can actually have a fight. So if they can hold the wave, which in theory they should be able to hold the wave, they should find an advantage here. If these guys are able to crash it, that's bad. So they successfully stopped them from crashing and grew the wave back out. I feel like they probably could have frozen the wave a bit, but they ended up not doing it. Also, the Vi is somehow late to the bot play. I mean, no offense, but like... I mean, the Ahri even has shift from mid. She's too scared to walk through the ward because she doesn't know where Panth is. But it seems really weird that they're not even set up to, like, fight on the bot wave. Also, I just realized something. Ah, I didn't catch that. So Lucian based before wave 6. And so they wanted to retaliate base. And that's like where Lucian felt like the best time he could get a base. So they do have an item advantage. Or advantage in that lane per se. I mean, he had to lose his flash for flash, but yeah, like, I mean, Blabber's in a fuck situation, so it's a free kill. And then Saint randomly loses his flash for no, or loses his R for no reason, because he's greedy as shit. And it would have been a lot better if Aphelios got the kill. So Saint put himself in a bad position for no reason. Okay, great. I mean, so far, both sides have played this fine. I mean, ideally, like I said, they should have been able to actually create a freeze and a 3v3 fight on bot side. That would have been good for them, like really good for them, and they failed to do that. So you could say at a highest level, did they properly play it out? No. Are they a stronger 3v3? Probably, yeah, especially with Blue Gun. Like, he definitely would pump a lot more than the Lucian. So we're in the lane with no flash on the Renata, which makes it a little scary. The Pantheon has 6, which means he could always just port on their head and screw with them, which is kind of like, yeah, it's pretty worrisome. So they need help. They have mid push. They have moves from Vi. So they feel confident to actually shove this in. Great. Cool. At this point, it seems like he's still playing into this. I mean, the only thing is they don't have... C9 doesn't have vision of Vi, so like they're not like 100% certain on what Vi is doing. Oh, actually, they kind of do know what Vi is doing. Low key. I mean, to be honest, it is possible for the Vi to actually look, or for the Panth to look for something during this entire time. The only thing is the Panth would give up the grubs, and since he's already behind in CS, I guess he chose to play for himself versus playing for an opportunity on bot. But yeah, C9 did have the chance to go for it. But there's no issue on Berserker's part, right? And Berserker, now he's the one who's basing on Cannon and getting something out of this. And again, SBF, very strong. They can definitely play through him. I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, like, looking at this situation, it's pretty hard for Lucian, because if you look at Lucian's Signs compared to the Aphelios, it's rough. And the Panth is not doing anything to alleviate this. I mean, they're not even playing through mid to get, like, Ari stuff, so it seems like Lions just knows this, knowing, like, also the vision they have set up, so they can just let Berserker farm up big time. And then, for whatever the case is, you know, his jungle mid tries to kill Sven. I mean, Saint misses his Q. And then this guy kept going forward. And they kind of just ruined this whole thing. Low key. I mean, Sven did a good job of dodging this. But, yeah, I mean, the Ari needs to finish it out, right? I don't know. I wonder if it's too deep. I wonder if it's too deep. I mean, to be honest, he probably didn't even have to flash Q. He probably could have just queued in and just pressed R, and then whatever happens, happens. And surely Saint would have charm, right? Well, like, it doesn't even look like he uses his charm. Yeah, he had charm. I don't know why he didn't just charm the guy right away. That's really weird. So, Saint plays that pretty terribly. Aphelios can't really do anything about this situation. And yeah, I mean, like, can he fight this? Can, like, Berserker, like, save his R on his blue and fight this? Maybe. I mean, like, if he kept his blue R and just kind of played with his purple. I'm trying to think if he can actually do it or not. maybe. It's not a guarantee. And yeah, they do know Panth is coming. So it's like, I don't necessarily fault him for like just dipping. But yeah, his lane just like gets exploded upon for no reason again. Now, granted, it did get exploded because of his, like, it was him and Isles, both their faults for why it happened in the first game. This game, it is on his teammates for it exploding. And again, advantageous matchup, you know, like, they're just getting a lead from how the champions play. And he played it the way I assume you should, or at least in some ways you should, to get that lead. And now he just needs everyone to just be human beings after getting 4 plates and figure it out from there. I have a feeling, when I look at this more closely, that he's literally not going to be able to get to do anything. Because he's playing affiliate. Oh, right. I remember this. I do remember this. So his team leans into bot, but it's Cassante, right? So diving the Cassante is not necessarily the best. The Ahri is dead, which leaves you 2 lanes, right? Ideally, you don't just leave the Aphelios solo on mid without any vision. Now, they do have some vision on the bot side, and he does start walking up, but again, they know he has no flash. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, like, he really needs to... It is what it is, what his teammates are doing. If they're going to commit to that, yeah, I mean, he needs to just give some level of respect and not die. If he dies like this, it's so bad for the map because your mid laner just died, so you have no response on top. Now he dies mid, no response on mid, and so right now, technically, they should be pushing out top while they're overtaking top, right? Or pushing mid while overtaking top. Not possible. Okay, so that one's his fault. Sure. They're gonna take drag, can't contest it. Okay. These guys are fighting. What the fuck is he supposed to do? Literally nothing. The only thing he could possibly do here is if you can't contest mid, and you know they're contesting this deep, he should start leaning into bot side. And then you're gonna make a plan on whether you're going to fight or not. You know? Now, these guys are, like, kind of actively looking to take a fight, which, I mean, I don't know how, like, I mean, literally, hey, the Rumble ulti's good, for sure. The Rumble ulti's good. They know Lucian's coming, though, and, I mean, if this Brahmar was actually, like, more towards Inspired, because, like, Dokla's not doing anything here, right? If this comes towards the Ahri and the Vi, it's not looking nearly as good. They also don't know if Blabber is still here. So going for this kind of play has even more doubts, per se. Because if Panth is here, like, yeah, this looks way worse. If Panth is even remotely here, this shit is, like, awful. So again, like I said, the only thing he could possibly do is lean into bot if they think Panth is there and fight, but it's just on a maybe. So, like, there's no, like, markdowns for him to not go. And, yeah, he's gonna push down mid. Oh, the Panth, like, ultied on my head. Okay, I'm just gonna ghost and run away. I'm gonna get the top wave. Okay, so, again, not much he's really gonna do. So you keep it playing. His Rumble just dies, I guess. He's back on mid. He's reasonably strong. I mean, he has IE and Stormrazor. He's wrapping around topside to join the play, and Rumble covers. But I don't really see the point of him wrapping around in the end of the day. Like, if the Vi and the Ahri want to go top and look for this, sure be it. So be it. But, like, that's it, man. I mean, like, The Philios will just do what he needs to do on mid wave. There's no point on sacking his CS or anything like that. So I think he's just like tuning in to whatever like the team's calling, and that's it. So APA ints, great, cool. I mean, definitely dead. Shutdown goes to Ari. Unfortunately, not to Philios, which again kind of sucks. Shoves out top. They're sacking another drag so they can do this, which I guess. I mean, like they do need to recover top. That's a certainty. And like, so he could do this next wave, and he could shift for drag. I mean, they still have key ultis besides him. It wouldn't be bad, but they decided to just overload top so he can get more gold. So again, he's getting a lot of gold and a lot of focus. And so his team keeps going into this side to lean and look for like plays on Talia. But for me, you know, he's so strong. It's like surprising to see that they don't want to put any effort on mid. No effort on mid and just kind of looking to use him, because right now he's not being used at all. And I mean, whether you want to take that as a fault toward, and like again, like if you notice the situation when they lean at the top like this, but they have no control over mid, they're gonna get fished out every single time. Like they pushed down mid, they took this over, you couldn't find a play because the Talia disrespects. What do you do? I mean, the Philios can, like, it's not like a Philios is like a Zeri or something that can traverse like the map and like join these plays that same way. So it rolls all the way down into them deciding to do a fist fight on bot for another sneak play, but this time the Philios is involved. We have another Zhonya's. He has pretty good guns for this fight, per se. He's able to get over the wall. I mean, I think what he did was probably pretty fine. Flash for flash. Don't really have an issue with it. I mean, they're just steadily losing the game because, like I said, they're just going for the same play over and over and over again. I mean, yeah, like Aphelios is like trying his best to join this play. Oh. He used his Q on his purple to kind of cycle that off so he gets ideal guns. Just does a Q, kills, switches over. I mean, this is such an awkward game to just judge because in the end of the day, it's as I thought, like, there's not really a whole lot to be done, you know? Like, they just go for the same plays over and over and over again. And, like, this one should not catch C9 out at all. I remember this one, too. I definitely remembered, like, really? Like, AP is actually going to get caught on that one? Like, he's just been playing the entire game, like, away from those situations, and now he's finally going to get caught. Aphelios is in the driver's seat. Like, he will do a lot of damage if he is, like, given the right amount of space. Like, looks. But it looks like, from the way this is, like, turning around, this is too hard. Especially when Braum and Kusante are both on the waves like this. I guess it is pretty hard for them to just, like, fish. I mean, it's not like... Well, actually, he could. He definitely could. Well, there's a way that they could play this, and that is like Aphelios with full sums, the Kales, all this Renata shit. If he wanted to, he could play forward and really just absolutely own them himself. But it requires him to have full trust. He needs full trust in his team to make that play work. And I don't know if he has that. To be honest. But like he could do it. Like he does more than enough damage to really like spike things out. But sure, he plays it slow. There's no issues with it. He's trying to get off purple. So he's on blue, doing as much damage as he can. We got a blue R coming out even, which is good. Guns are good. Baron secured. Saints forced to lose Flash and R. Fight's over. The only way they win this is if Aphelios uses his guns correctly, which is like, it kind of requires the enemy to int, you know? And he can't really be hitting the dragon because him shifting off these guns would not be the best. Yeah, I mean, green-purple's not good, so... If it was him, I would definitely not hit the drag at all, even though like they want to have presence. So this situation here, I remember this play as well. So in this play here, there's 4 people here and there's 4 people here. Saint overshifted. If Saint stays in this pocket and plays here, this play is not bad. The only thing Berserker is gonna do is kite back. That's all he can do, right? So he gets out. Actually, he's able to get the blue gun, which is interesting. He was actually able to shift into blue gun quick enough in the end. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, him getting blue gun is fucking massive, I will say that. So they try to get onto him. And so as long as they're playing in this pocket to just, like, peel, it's fine. The big issue is this, that the Rumble ulti could have been better. 2, I mean, there's nothing that Berserker is going to do differently. I mean, he's just going to play this the same way. I mean, what else is he supposed to do? Like, literally nothing, right? He's just going to fist fight them, right? So, couldn't really do anything else. Got some decent damage down. And that's it. And then I remember this. This guy inted. I remember that. And then he Q's too early, Berserker Q's too early. Of course, he probably could have killed APA if, you know, he hit it correctly. And then since he's walking all the way around and he's kind of late to this play, right? And it's not really late to the play, it's more like his guy got played on. Like, yeah, I guess if he keeps walking, maybe he can get there in time per se. But, like, yeah, I mean, the Panth gets on top of him. That kind of ruins things for him. And so he dies. And the game's over. So, what do I think about this? Laning-wise, again, I think it was fine. I mean, they're playing a winning bot. It's a winning 2v2. Match strength on mid-jungle. Jungle mid. There's no issues with sums burned for the most part. His team just played away from him. And all in all, I mean, I don't really know what else he's supposed to do. To be honest, like, for watching this game, I don't really know what else he's supposed to do. Like, was there really like a major inting moment in my head? Not really. So that's C9. You know, I think Saint had a pretty terrible game. I think Dokla was like just okay, like not the greatest, but just okay. His one mistake was the death on mid. Okay, that was his major mistake. So there's that. This one doesn't matter because I guess we already have that. And so this is another game in which he does win. So like I wanted to show at least a game where they win, right? So they're playing another advantageous bot lane. So it's very clear that like they're just playing through Berserker, right? Actually, no, sorry. Is Yunara Braum advantageous? I guess it depends. This is a skilled matchup. Because for me, even though Thresh is range, it's not like he's like exactly like the champions who can abuse Braum. And it is true that if someone does get tagged with a Yunara on top of you, it's really not good. Like, it'll turn bad fast. So what can they get done? Like, as you can tell, like, for instance, he gets tagged by Braum, and if the Yunara, like, closes the gap, it's really bad. So I would say it's a skilled matchup. Maybe you could say it's leaning into them, but let's not say that. So both junglers pad down. They're able to get this guy's flash for free, which is great. They're basing after wave 6 because they had a 2-wave build-up. The Philios is going to burn the wave with his blue gun, but Yunara is able to get there in time. So nothing lost. Great start for... I mean, technically, it's a fine start for both duo sides. The only advantage is that they do get to build the wave, and they can play for drag. They're not going to gank these guys. It's not looking like a gank. These guys have mid control. They have to semi-give it. No problem. They just got Rise Ulti for free. They poked their heads around. Nothing came from it. So be it. You could say the advantage of this is that Aphelios felt like he had to drop a little bit. Hey, he only dropped 1. So he's up 7 CS. And he's up 7 CS from... what? I guess basically the Thresh lost his flash for free for just trying to check. And... yeah. So they see an opportunity. They go on this guy. He has to back off. Use heal. Or use cleanse. Yeah, that was smart. Switch to cleanse, actually. It saves his ass. Low key in this situation, once he pulls the wave like this, he actually should keep the wave sitting on bot. I mean, obviously the only thing is that Trundle may want to go for the grubs, but they could create a situation where the wave is really awkward for them to handle. The other side is that they could invade for the bot jungle as well, especially because like he's gonna be really strong. I'm actually kind of surprised that they can't go for it. I mean, Nivea doesn't like that she has to sack the whole wave, which yeah, I agree. I mean, like sacking the wave kind of sucks. So you're kind of waiting for the cannon. And this is the cannon, so that is the wave she bases on. But I feel like, for me, I actually would love to see him slow it down a little bit. Like, slow down how he's playing this wave, because he's burning this. And so they can run up, but the Rise is able to burn this, so like, it doesn't really, you can't do anything, right? There's nothing to do if you do play it this way. But if they keep it here and wait a bit, you know, once this one wave passes, and you're playing on the next wave, so wave 2 from here, right? Wave 2, they're gonna have a 1v1 on mid. Maybe the Wukong looks on mid as well. I mean, he could always do that, right? But you do set up a 3v3 on bot in which you're strong. I mean, like, if playing Trundle, Braum, Yunara, like, you're for sure like pretty damn scary. But they avoid that. I mean, they also avoid the situation where they could have played on the camp spot if maybe the timer would work out that way. Maybe it'd be too late. But they don't do anything. Okay, so the Toronto goes to Grubs, they crash the wave, and they pull, but now they have to dip. Because they're afraid that they're going to get dove. This would not have been the case if they actually built the wave. And it also would not have been the way if they actually played for the bot river. So this is like, this goes in tandem with everything. I mean, I get that Inspired is like playing for this. Maybe they think he's here or something. Ideally, it would have been a lot better for him to secure the bot river, even if Wukong went top to play for this, because then they will just kind of murder the opposing bot lane. Because this guy still has no flash. Like, he literally can't do anything in this lane. And I think one of the things I'm noticing, and, you know, it's expected, I guess, in the end of the day for Berserker, is that he is kind of an NPC. He's a good NPC, right? I mean, like, he definitely can play his heart out in fights, but situations in which, like, they can do takeovers, they can use their advantage in playing, like, these bot lanes that are, like, winning. They're just, like, losing those opportunities. So they're playing through bot, but then they're not getting nearly as much out of playing through bot that they should be. And in part is due to Berserker not, like, really creating plans from what's happening. Like, Inspired would have to create the plan, but if Inspired just wants to go do camps instead, I mean, that's what's going to happen. There's no, like, call-outs to, like, do more on bot. And this was actually something that I feel like Masu could have done more when he was on FlyQuest, but he didn't. Anyways, they don't know where Thresh is. I guess he ends up just getting hooked, which ends up losing his R and his kill pressure. And, yep, there it goes. They got one plate, and now he has the base. And these guys will push this wave in and base themselves.
A little bit of pressure, and a return here. Let's look at just in time. Line's gonna pull away a little bit. How many does he get? Every single one. Nice. He should be able to clean up all these pretty effortlessly. Meanwhile, the Trundle and the Wukong, same Trinity Force timers here. Both these Trinity Force junglers. I mean, Wukong especially has the opportunity to try and look for some flash plays with ultimate with Trinity Force spike. I mean, yeah, the line team is very good defensively, but you can still block some really good flash engages onto Yunar. Wukong's one of these jungle champs that can put a lot of pressure on Yunar. Let's see, it might even very active dragon fight. Working from two angles.
Kind of awkward.
That can put a lot of pressure.
I mean, they're.
Let's see.
I mean, what they really should do here, by the way, DSG, is they should pull. They should pull the drag south. Because Ryze can always use his ulti to get back to mid, but pulling it up is really awkward for Sajet. Very awkward for Sajet. So let's see what Berserker can do, because Berserker is going to be able to hit the drag and get stacks. So he's going to be in at least a decent positioning. Saint had the Brent Flash. The Scion is here. He gets hooked. Oh, God. So, I think what DSG does initially is pretty good. I mean, they push out the two guys on the left, right? This TP, I mean, ideally the TP would be coming more where everyone else is positioned. So, like, Isles, like, warding and then them TPing there, and they could just, like, start messing with them. That would be the best case.
And Berserker down below, and the TPs are going to be coming in here. Scion going to arrive with the rest of the team. Castle had already TP'd in early, forces the flash there from Saint, but they are split.
I mean, he doesn't know that the hook's coming either. But ideally, like, he would be hiding behind Isles, right? Like, if he's hiding here, he never gets hooked. If Braum eats it, it's so bad for them, because then he pretty much can just turn it on and look, and he still has full sums. And so if they push into him, he's probably going to get out. Low-key, he probably gets out. Like, they would have to Rise port or some shit like that. It's just a little awkward that Trundle's where he is. Yeah. And Scion doesn't have R, so it's not like he can actually like fully join. It's a little awkward. But he gets hooked, so he loses his cleanse. Technically, you know, if I was Kryra, I probably would just go on Berserker here right away too. Because he could. And Berserker would lose everything for just doing this. He would lose everything. And then he would go back to the drag and like it's pretty fucked. But you know, so be it. So like, yeah. And not only that, but like when this happens, like, I guess he has to RE, man. I mean, I guess he does. I mean, the only thing he could really do differently is... The only thing he could do differently is like doing his RE to the right. Which he could do. He definitely could do that. That's probably the best thing to do, thinking about it. Because that's Wukong's second R, right? This is his first R. Yeah, he should do that. Actually, low-key, he should do that. If he REs to the right and fights... Oh, but then Ryze is gonna port on his head. I mean, once he does this, Ryze could port underneath as well still. So I guess that doesn't really change anything. The only outcome is that maybe he could kill Wukong. But I think Call Me could have maybe killed him. Like, regardless of whatever outcome he chose, I think Call Me could have maybe killed him. But yeah, so his team had a terrible approach there. They were cut off. His team had a terrible approach. They were cut off. I mean, Scion could have TP'd on mid as well, too, I guess. I mean, it's a hard fight to digest just because I have to make the judgment based on it. Could Berserk do anything differently? And like, there's just a few things he could have done differently, I guess. But they're like, the few things he could have done differently, would those have made the difference in the fight? I don't know. I mean, like I said, like, he would have to soak a lot of pressure to do what I was thinking of by having Braum tank the Thresh Hook, by playing behind him, and then pressing R going forward and making everyone play on him. And if he does that, maybe he lives, maybe he dies, but he would have wasted all their spells on him. And that might have been worth it. But he didn't see the angle. He didn't see that opportunity to go for it, so he kind of just did what was the safest, most like secure play. Which again, I'm not gonna fault him for that. It's just, yeah, probably shouldn't get hooked in the first place. So he gets a freebie. What do I think of his laning phase overall in this game? I think literally, literally there was only one thing that could have gone differently, and that was just him not. I mean, two things literally could have gone differently. It's just him not getting hooked 2 times. That was it. Other than that, I mean, he just did what he had to do. Like, that was the laning phase. Oh, the other thing was like pushing the wave too fast on bot, right? So a lot of the things that noting from Berserker is that on the macro side, controlling the game, using the advantage your team is playing for you, is not really too present. Like, he just got back from the map, and his jungler's is dead. And is that, like, his fault? I mean, the drag's in 40 seconds. He ran all the way down to do this play. He's going to do the next wave, and he's going to base. So he's late to the drag, which means you're contesting second, which means there's no point on your Trundle just running at them and killing himself, which he does for some odd reason. And yeah, I mean, that's just the play. I mean, like, Thresh Hook is down, but Thresh Hook will be back up in like 5 seconds. Wukong's using his R. I mean, like, he could press, like, he could try to, like, R in and fight them, but, like, these guys are already here. So it's, like, really awkward. So the play's dead, which in theory means he should just push mid and go top. Like, honestly, he should probably be the one who goes top, funny enough, because he could eat plates, which would be really nice. Sure, he doesn't. They make a play top, which is, like, I don't know, fine, I guess. He does an extra wave, but nobody on his team was really doing anything anyway, so this doesn't matter. Maybe the only thing you can say is that because there's a Nivea, she's dead. I mean, Nivea being dead is pretty unfortunate because they're able to push out top, and so that gives them a natural timer on mid. And Trundle's doing Krugs, so I mean the tower's dead anyways, right? Just kind of sucks that, like, are you able to, like, respond anywhere? Doesn't look like it. So it plays out. He's, like, really low on mana again. He's coming off the map with, like, 60%. He hits the wave. I feel like he needs to stop burning so much mana. Because his conditions just, like, suck a lot of times in these fights, and it is not good. Ooh, nice pillar. Okay, so my first thought process is this guy has no flash. When he gets caught like this, who's showing on the map? Renekton's on top, and the Wukong is literally in the river behind them. So this guy is fucked. So to me, when I see this, he should just be R'ing them right away. He literally should just be going full force. I don't know why he's waiting. I don't even know why he backstepped back. That makes no fucking sense what he just did. This is a little weird because I feel like this one is so obvious that you just kill him. Like, no offense, it's so obvious that you just go. Just go. But he's like, okay, yeah, maybe, like, okay, the hook, right? I guess the hook, he's worried about the hook coming at him. So he does this little backstep, but dude, low-key, I don't think I even give a shit still. And I think also his teammates should not give a shit either. Like, if I'm the Trundle, like, he's running away, but this guy should be in the thick of it as well. Like, if this Aphelios wants to smack you, who gives a shit? So I think it's on two. I think one, it's on him. I mean, like, literally, if he's that worried, just RE this way. If you're that worried, just RE where your Trundle is. So then he'll eat whatever happens. I don't care. Because once you start going, you're going to carry this into them, and you're going to get his flash and ghost. You're going to get his flash. I mean, he's going to ghost probably just out of reaction, and it's going to be really, really good. So I think he's slow to act, and now he finally acts, and they get the kill. Great. Also, I don't know why he didn't save his W for Castle. Like, Kryra is not making any play on him at this point. Kryra has no W. So, in theory, he should just have the boys, especially because they still have Brahmar, he should just be walking in the castle and fighting him. Like, Castle and Kryra should not be able to kill him. I mean, like, the only thing I can imagine is Kryra, what, he flash ERs? But the Brahmar is going to come down, you're going to have a whole bunch of shit happening, and these guys are super disconnected, so, like, he should just be fighting the Renekton fully. Also, he had to burn his flash to get a kill? Oh, fuck me, bro. I mean, yeah, that should never happen. This guy should not have to burn flash to get a kill. So, missed opportunity to extend it. Missed opportunity on the beginning. They get the drag, so be it. I think they get the Baron, right? I think they do. Renekton flanks him. You know, he can't really do too much about it. Personally, the second he sees the Renekton... Oh, but his ulti's down... Yeah, it was down before he could do it, right? So cleanse... I don't know what he could do differently. Oh, I mean, I know what he could do differently. So, they don't see Renekton right now. Obviously, like, he should be thinking in his head, where the hell is he? Right? You could say maybe this is a little bit of... what do they call it? Shit. What's the word? Shit, I can't really think. I can't remember what the hell it's called. But ideally, he's thinking about all the possible like threats, and so like he sees 4 threats in front of him. Where the hell is Renekton? If he walks with Saint, obviously Renekton could just be here as well, right? Renekton could just be here as well. Him walking into this pit is not really probably something he wants to do, because if Renekton hops over the wall, that's like this spot is like pretty not great. Maybe the only advantage is that like he would have his R, so he can always RE over the wall, where that does come in and is useful. I mean, this guy does have W, but he does have cleanse, so like he just has to play on the edge. But either way, he should be playing either here or here. It's one of the two. He's playing on the wall. I don't know why he's playing over here. Like he's gonna walk the long way all the way around. I don't really get that at all. But sure. I mean, he decides to do that, and he does have a blue trinket. This guy also has a blue trinket. The Trundle just walked through the space, and he didn't think that the Renekton... He thought the Renekton would be spotted when this happens, right? Which I guess is fair. I guess it's fair in a way that you think this was like safe because he showed there. But no, he should just walk here. And he should blue trinket this. And if this is safe, then they're good to go to just push forward. So it's like kind of on him. It's a little bit harder to see. So it's not like the worst of things, but like he kind of needs to see it. Because now he loses his ulti, he loses his cleanse, and he's kind of out of the fight, which really sucks. And to be honest, he probably could continue this into Rise from here. If he really wanted to. I mean, he could play with Saint, and they could, with Dokla, and they could try to fight in front. I mean, especially because Isles is going to come right behind them. And it's like, Renekton's job is already done, right? Like, Renekton's not doing anything. So, like, he kind of misses an opportunity to push damage. Like, despite doing RE, like, he could go this way. Isles is going to come this way. Isles can always tag one of these guys, W, and go, like, and then, like, play in this, like, sector. And maybe it's fine. You know, it's not the easiest to see, like I said. But sure, that play ends. So he didn't do anything there, for the most part. I know it says 4,500 damage. It's all on Renekton after he dipped. But, like, that play could have been a lot worse for DSG if Berserker is, like, doing something better. Is doing, like, a better play. Okay, his Anivia's getting blasted. Oh! Hold up. So he's pushing damage here. That's the Renekton. Let's track the Thresh. Oh, he can't. He has tempo stacks. I wonder if he can. Oh man, I'm really thinking about it. I don't think he can. Like I really want to see him just like RE over the wall and start pushing damage on this guy and see what happens. But the reality is that if he does this, it becomes a 3v1. And neither of these guys have flash, so it's not like you could really go over the wall and do much. So I think in the end, what he did is like, I mean, he just cleaned up. I mean, there's not really much you can say else about it. So we get into another fight. They're controlling the space in front. Oh, dude. I mean, he can't... I'm so interested if he could. I think he could. Yo, honestly, does Braum have E? He might. Holy shit. I think this Rise is dead. Does he have Zonias? No. I think he's dead. Low key. I think he's dead. Where the hell is the Wukong? Do they know where the Wukong is? They know the Wukong's on the right side. He's dead. 100% he's fucking dead. Holy shit. Wow. This guy's inting. What can happen here is this guy can WE. I mean, he has flash as well, right? This guy has no fucking sums. He has no Zonias. He has cleanse. If he blocks any of the damage that Rise can do to him, he will kill this guy. This guy's dead. He's 100% fucking dead. Because look where these guys are. They can't do anything. I mean, hell. I mean, if this guy really wanted to, he could Sayonara this guy right now. Like, anything. And the only person who even realizes it is Berserker, and he says nothing. And to be honest, like, you don't even necessarily even have to say anything. Like, he just has to say, look, 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 look. And they will look. And this, like I said, this guy's dead. But this is on him. And this is not the first time I've now seen this in these 3 games where, like, there are opportunities for Berserker to really solo carry situations because he's strong. And he just let that go by. Now, don't get me wrong. He is, like, playing a space and zoning these guys. So these guys on the right are semi-fucked, right? Maybe he's trying to play the space in between. Obviously, these guys are buying time. I don't know why this fucker is not just going. Like, he needs to go. Like, these guys are stuck. He needs to, like, go and make them go on him or something. Burn your... Like, he doesn't even have flash, but, like, he needs to risk it to get them out of that situation. He doesn't. Then they're spending all their spells on the right side, and now they finally look on the Rise, and then he kills himself. And, like, it didn't have to turn out that way, by the way. Like, it really did not. Like, it took them a while to realize that this guy was inting. And only now does Berserker be like, oh, okay, like, Isles is leading the way. I will go now. And now he goes. But at the same time, Sajed is like, oh, well, what if I just, like, fuck with you, right? Now, of course, if Sajed, like, no offense, but if Sajed literally has blue gun equipped, like, I don't know if Sajed uses, like, his blue Q already. He didn't. If Sajed has his blue gun out, like, if he switches this shit when this is happening, and he RQs, he kills Berserker. Like, he's just dead. And the fight's actually going to flip over onto DSG's side. Because they waited way too long to go for this play. When it was like this, look at the difference. When it's like this, he's not fucking getting there. No fucking way is Sajed getting there. Their timing missed. Sajed can actually play this better, and this guy's fucked. That is really interesting. Yeah, that's really interesting, man. Oh, man. They actually missed the timer. And Sajed just misplayed it, because Sajed doesn't have to flash over this way. Like, he needs to do his spells first and then flash over. But he kind of goes in and does it poorly. And yeah, you could say Berserker had balls to go in then, but he waited until his Braum, like, literally is figuratively walking up and doing the play, not, like, himself. That's interesting. Then we get to the next play. Now we have the boys. And yeah, like he can kind of just go on this guy. I mean, Cryo doesn't have ulti, by the way. What the fuck is he doing? This guy doesn't even have ulti. Like, yeah, no shit, you're gonna die. I feel like maybe he... I think, did they just win? They just win. Okay. So that's the series. That was an hour and a half of going over 3 games, like as in depth as I can. And so, like, my final thoughts on this guy are... Also, I'm gonna get rid of this. Okay, so my final thoughts on Berserker. So I said he was just okay, right? I said just okay, right? That was me. His lane, him and Isles, their laning is... You could say it's just, man, how do I want to phrase this? Because I don't want to say this, like, do I need to say this in the scope of LCS, or do I want to say in the scope of, like, the highest level? I guess I'll just say in the scope of LCS. It's good, okay? Their laning is good. The only problem is that, does he know how to take over? No. He doesn't. And that is applied both to lane, that's applied to fights at times. Like, he waits for people to create space for the situation. Like, waits for allies to make space. Which, by the way, this part here, this is something he did well when he first came over to NA. That's why everyone was so impressed by him, is because he was the guy that when he walked up, he always tested you, and you were just like, I don't know what the fuck to do. Like, this guy's just taking all the space in the world, and I can't do anything. And regardless if you die or not when you're doing that kind of play style, it's very obnoxious. And so when you get used to playing that way, your teammates also register how those plays, and like they can envision those plays. I don't think they envision those plays right now for him. So lane, I don't think he's doing takeovers in lane. I think the lane is good. I mean, they're like, the bases for the most part are correct. But like, he's always farmed. Yeah, I mean, I can't really discredit much of that. I mean, like, he's having like an average of 10 plus CS per minute. Like, he's always strong. He's always prepared to fight and do well. Obviously, it's a little exploitive because like these games were like, if you got rid of these games, like, what does it look like amongst these? That's really what you would look at, because these ones are just ridiculous, not fair to compare to. But lane is good. Takeover is not really happening. Macro, kind of badish. Like, and this is, again, this is in the view of like high level LCS. Let's say that is in the view of high level CS, where he's missing some bases, he's missing some situations that he should be doing. I'm just gonna call this president. There's a thing where people would say, like, are you the president? Like, are you the guy? You know, like, are you the strongest member, so play around me, figure out what to do with me? No, he can't do that. And whether you want to say that because he can't speak English that well, whatever the case is, I don't really care. The reality is, he's not doing it. He's not doing it enough in lane, even though he's getting winning matchups, by the way. Like, they're literally playing winning matchups. Winning matchups plus jungle. Like, the jungle is battling bot. You have an advantageous matchup. Yeah, and they are delivering in that sense that they have a good laning phase. They're not just like purely inting it away. But like I said, they're not taking over a laning phase. In the first game against the Corki Nami, that was on him. He gave that back over to Corki to be strong for that game. You know, you look at the fights at times, like I said, there are opportunities for him to position behind his teammates, to drive the game, to have his teammates move with him to push forward. And since he's so strong in some of these situations, yeah, he's not delivering for his team. He's not telling them what the fuck to do. Get this shit from me. I will win this game. If you have bot river control instead of going for grubs, I will win the game. Just letting you know. And yeah, there's some base situations and overstaying on the map that hurts the team and they play into it. So is he better than just okay? That's the question. Is he better than just okay? Is he better than okay? Yes. I'll admit my faults in that I'll say yes. He is better than okay. Is he that outstanding of a player? No. He's not. He is not delivering enough attention and like being a force, which if he was, it would definitely alleviate situations for Saint. Granted, Saint is trying too hard, which is like causing inting moments that are not good. But because Berserker is kind of backseating a little bit, it does put more pressure on other members to really carry out the fight and drive it. He is not doing that. And that's like what I was feeling and what I was thinking when I said just okay. Like, it's Berserker. He's not like, yeah, they have a laning phase, I guess. I don't really think he's like destroying, like being like a monster in fights. But is he better than okay? Sure. Yes, I'll give that. He is. And so that is this whole video. Is me dissecting all three games of him that I chose. The 2C9 games specifically because they are the best team in the league. So I just, you know, that's a really good bar to compare to. With a returning bot lane. And also a game where he actually wins. So like, what did he do in a victory that was not against a shitter? Like shitty bot lane like Mobility Breezy, who have pretty much not really played with each other before. Yeah. And they're green, so yeah. That is the video, guys. Is he better than okay? Yes. Can he do a lot more? Absolutely. Is he doing, and like I said, is he doing enough? Absolutely not. And that's why I said he was just okay. Because for a player of his caliber, with his experience, it should be better than that. So maybe my frame of reference of okay affected a little bit, but yes, I would say that it would be poor of me to say that he's just okay. Thanks for watching.